Hello everyone. Today we'll be learning about simple and compound interest. In the previous class, that is on class 7, we have learned that interest is the extra money paid by banks on money deposited with them. That is, when we deposit a certain amount of money and we keep it for a year, we'll get a extra money. A fixed amount of money is given by the bank to our account. So we have learned to calculate the interest on a certain principal for a particular time period when the rate of interest is known. So there are two types of methods to find the interest. First one we have learned using simple interest, that we have already learned on class 7, and in this class we will be learning about compound interest. We will learn about how to calculate the compound interest using the formula. We will first deduce the formula and then we will learn. So compound interest is a thought of interest on interest. That is, you will be provided interest, or will be giving interest on interest. That is, on the first year whatever interest you have to pay, on the second year you have to give interest on that interest, on that amount you will be giving the interest. Your interest rate will be same, but your sum will be changing every year. On simple interest, the principal was same. The year may be 2, 3, 5 years, 7 years, but the interest rate was same, the principal amount was same, and you have to give the interest on that particular sum. But here our sums are changing. On the first year our sum, suppose it is 10,000 and our rate of interest is, so interest on the end of the first year is this much, rupees 160. Then we have to find out the interest, then we have to find out the amount, so 2160. So this is our principal for the next year. So second year our principal will be what, 2160, and for that I have to pay 8% of interest. So I have to calculate, so for this principal I have to pay 172.80 more, so my amount becomes was 2332. On the third year this will be my, on the third year this will be my principal, and I have to pay an interest of 8% on the third year. So this will continue on every year. Okay, so the formula of compound interest is that amount equals to, here amount equals to principal into 1 plus r by 100 power t. T is the time period. Here r is the rate of interest, p is the principal, and a is the amount. This one, the names are you are already familiar with. On principal account, we have, on principal interest we first have to find out the interest, then we have to add the interest with the principal to find out the amount. Here we will be directly finding out the amount. So here in the table you can see that some of them are given and some of them are missing. So here principal, time and rate of interest is given, and we have to find, first we have to find out the simple interest, then compound interest, then we have to find out the difference between the simple interest and compound interest. You will see that the compound interest is every time is greater than the simple interest. So on first case principal is 1000. On first one principal is 1000, time is given as 1 year, and rate of interest 10%. So you will be using the formula P into R into T, so which is rupees 100. Simple interest is rupees 100 after cancellation and calculation. And in case of compound, let's see, it is 1100. So here amount is given as 1100. So compound interest will be what, a minus p, which is 1100 minus 1000, that is 100. So in this case both the simple interest and the compound interest is same, so our result, the difference is 0. The next one, we have to using the formula we have calculated the simple interest, which is rupees 200, and now we will be using the same values to find out the compound interest. Here amount is 1210 and simple compound interest is what? A minus B. A is amount is what? 1210 minus 1210. So see, the difference between two is 10. So simple interest was 200 and compound interest is for 210. The years are same. For 2 years it is giving a 210 simple compound interest. We have to pay compound interest of 210, and on simple interest it is 200. Okay, so you will be using the same formulas, use the same formula, find the difference, and you will get the result. Okay, so question number 2 here, calculate the compound amount and compound interest and fill the following table. So we have to fill the table using it's basically the same. Well, let's see one. Principal is given, time is given, rate of interest is given. So you can either convert the value into decimal, or you can keep the value and convert it into improper fraction, whichever way you find it easy. Okay, improper fraction or decimal. So I have kept it in decimal. So here principal, you know that amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 by power T. So P is 5400, 1 plus 12.5 by 103. I have taken, this one is LCM, so 100 plus 12.5, which gives us 112.5 cube and 100 cube. Now after calculating, I've got the result. I've got the result as 7688.6719. This is our amount, and to find out the compound interest, I just have to subtract the amount from the principal, which gives us the value as 2288.6719. So this is the values of amount and compound interest. So last of the problem, these two will be same, but these two, see, annually means we know that it is given for 1 year, but for half yearly, so in question number 2D you will find that it is written 10% per annum compounded half yearly. So wherever you find that it is half yearly written, so your time will be doubled and your rate of interest will be half of what it is given. So here your principal amount is 4,000, 2 years time, and 10% per annum compounded half yearly. So if it is compounded half yearly, then your principal amount will be 4,000. Your time, since it is given 2 years, n will be 4. So per 6 months we have to count. Half yearly means 6 months each. So here are 2 years now. So 1 year 6 months, and next year 2. So in total there are 4. Rate of interest per annum given 10%. Half yearly, so 5% half yearly. Then put the values here and we'll get the result as 4,880. This was the main part, that whenever it is written half yearly, your time will be doubled. If it is 2, it will become 4. If it is 4, it will become 8, and your rate of interest will be halved. And rest, the calculation are exactly same. The formula, you just put the 4 values and you will get the result. Now question number 3. Question number 3. What sum will amount rupees 9,261 at 5% per annum compounded interest after 3 years? Here amount is given as 9,261. Rate of interest is 5% per annum. 5% PA. Time is given as 3 years. Then so it's very easy. Here exactly the values, all the values are given except P. So just since it is multiplied, put exchange the values here. Bring the P here and this one, or just cross multiply it. 100 cube into this much, and 105 divided by this. After calculation, the result came as principal is 8,000. So the sum will be 8,000. At what rate of compound interest will rupees 30,000 become rupees 36,300 in 2 years? So we have to find the rate of interest here. 30,000 principal is given, 36,300 is our amount, and T will be 2 years. So I'll put all the values here, and whatever remain, keep it there. See, after cancellation it will become 121 by 100, and so 121 is what, 11 square, and 100 is what, 10 square. So 11 by both the sides are square, so I can remove the square on either the side. Now see, plus 1, if I take it here, it will become minus 1. Then I take the LCM, cross multiply it, and here you will get the rate of interest as 10. Question number 6. What is the compound interest on rupees 64,000 for 1.5 years at 5% per annum compounded half yearly? See, compounded half yearly it is given.